Hey Stitchy kids, it's me, Tony, and I'm back. And I'm back with like a haul, okay? But not charts, not anything like this. This is a haul of, I guess you could say, let's treat it better, supplies. And they're all from, I'm still adjusting. And all from Fat Quarter Shop. Just getting all my money. Anyway, but the first thing is, I got this in a few days ago, and I just haven't had time to do a little show and tell. So they have at Fat Quarter Shop many different types of clubs. The majority of them are for quilting. I do not quilt. I like the thought of quilting, but when they start cutting things and putting it together, I break out in sweats, so not for me. But they do have a few cross-stitch clubs. There's one that's a quarterly club, and I should be getting that in the next couple of days, and I'll show you if you would like to see it, because I would like to see it, because I don't know what's in it. The other ones is they have several, I think, floss clubs. Now, in the rest of YouTube land, these would be called subscription boxes, even if it's just floss. You get a lot of those that are like a sampling of things, especially like for planner supplies, things like that. Think of it as the sort of the floss equivalent of getting an Ipsy bag, except there's no bag in this case. So what happens is every month you get a 6 skeins of Weeks Dye Works floss, and it's in a color array determined by the Fat Quarter Shop. So and it's usually by color. So like this month's or last month's, I guess it really was August, were yellow. So there were shades of yellows. Now these are curated by the Fat Quarter Shop. So this is something they sit down and decide on the shades, and then they send you these. Now, and just looking, because to me, a subscription box, there's a couple of components of a subscription box. I'm not going to call it a club because I'll forget, that I look for. One, which they don't have, which is a little sad to me, but I understand that they're small and this may be just not economically feasible, is they charge shipping. Most subscription boxes I've had did not, unless they were an international carrier. So like if I had a subscription that came out of England, yeah, then I expect it because it's an international one. So that's a little disappointing because the subscription itself is $12.98. But by the time you add shipping, taxes, which I'm a resident of Texas, so I'm going to have to pay taxes. I live in the big city. And shipping, it goes from $12.98 to $18.48 or something like that. So you have to kind of look at that as well. And I did a little comparison so you can see. So I'm expecting 2 things. One, I get a surprise. I get several colors, not of my choosing, but it's like a little surprise. It's like makeup ones. You don't know what you're going to get most of the time. You get, over the course of time, I should have a nice array of flosses for that special project. Sorry to cough. It's not the virus that shall not be named. You know, to me, hand-dyed, over-dyed flosses are not everyday flosses, unless you have a lot of money, which I don't. So, because if I looked at it, the cost per yard of a Weeks over-dyed floss versus a DMC, if I use 60 cents as the cost for DMC. So you get 8 yards of DMC for 60 cents. You can get 5 yards of Weeks for $2.48. Right there, you should already know. So in the case where, let's say you needed a total of 40 yards, or in the case of DMC, you needed you're looking at, oh, in the case of DMC, you're looking at 8 yards. Let's say you needed 5 skeins. Well, you would need the equivalent of 8 skeins for weeks, because theirs come in 5 yards versus 8 yards. So the cost for that would be for weeks $19.84 versus $4.80. So this is not going to be your, your everyday stash of floss. But if you're working on something special, let's say a sampler that's particularly beautiful, and you want that nuance of color that you're going to get from an overdyed floss, then yeah, you want to use something special. So you have them on hand, and after a few months, hopefully you have an array of colors that you could just go and pick and choose and see what you want to use. And maybe you only use one color where you want to replace a DMC. So now you have it on hand, and you already paid for it, so it's like it's free. That's how I justify things I buy. Then, so I also looked at because the other thing is am I saving money versus just going and picking what I would want? So if I did that, yeah, I save about $2 versus well, $3 in total because of tax. For one thing, they do charge more for their shipping rate for 6 skeins, just if you go to the store and order it through the website. Of course, now if you live in Buda, you can just walk in the store. I guess the store's open. Is the store open? I don't know. And then you would save a lot of that, but you'd still have to pay tax. So do I save a little? Yeah, a little. Hey, $3, that's a skein of works. Overdyed floss. There you go. So let me show you what I got. The theme for, it comes in a little package. It says Yancy Floss. Now, if you happen to know, I'm sure there are other stores that do similar things, or other suppliers. If you know of some, let me know. I'm looking into stuff. This is all new. They didn't have this stuff 30 years ago, or if they did, I was under a rock. So it comes like this. It comes really nicely packaged. They do a really nice job. There's somebody putting these in envelopes. They're having to make this stuff. This is a small business, so to speak. Not teeny tiny, but it's small. And so, a lot of this, there's somebody actually packaging this stuff together. Now, they tell you on the back what the color names are. So you'll see there are, let's see, can I read this? Buttercup, Goldenrod, Sally, Sunshine, Saffron Squash, and Marigold. Now, to me, a lot of these could be used for Thanksgiving, for fall, where you want those kind of nice, muted, brown undertone yellows versus banana yellow. So let me pull these out. There they are. Let me pull them apart so you can see them. We'll look at these a little better. So there you go. So I think, yeah, so this is almost like a burnt golden color. Then you have more the different let's see, let's hold them this way. See if you can see. Whoops, let me get this one closer. So we kind of get maybe that'll Maybe that'll work for a, what do you call it? I think they're very pretty. I mean, there's a subtlety. So when you get an over-dyed floss, I mean, it's going to have variations. It's not going to be solid like DMC. So if you're doing something, to me, if you're doing something, I think anything that was showing, if you were doing something where you were showing, like, let's say wheat or a field or a basket or, I mean, a lot of things, this is much better than trying to attempt to get that subtlety of color change, you know, via some sort of confetti type of thing. So I think these are beautiful. They have numbers. So 2225 is marigold, and all the information, it is on the back. So to me, it's very well done. It's out of, where are they out of? North Carolina. So I think especially this one, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but the variegation is really, really pretty. So is it worth $248? Yeah, for the special occasion, that's, to me, you want a special thread. So you save a couple of dollars. I'm going to put these separate, you know, so when I organize all my stuff, which I haven't done yet, and I mean, I'm going to do it like I showed you guys in the earlier video, but I kind of want to put these separate each month. So I think I'm going to keep this one up for a while, you know, maybe not for forever, maybe till I get a little bit of an array, so I kind of have a starting place. And then I may go to something different. Now, I understand that Kimberly is going to be starting a silks club come the first of the year. So we'll see. Maybe I'll switch to that. I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to show you that because I would do this on my regular channel, like non-Flosstube kind of stuff, just to show people. And just wanted to share that with you. So I'm going to be back, kind of like the part 2 of just general stuff I've bought from them in the last month or two. No, I am not sponsored. No, I'm not sponsored. You know, I just didn't have any supplies. I just stuff, and there's stuff, and I want to try it. So, and because I'm retired, I kind of have to break it up. If I were still working, I probably would have sunk a bunch of money in it right up front, but I didn't. So anyway, so hold on for part 2. If you happen upon this, catch up. I just have started my Flosstube, so there's not a whole lot, but hey, go watch what I have. I figure, you know, I'm here to have fun. I am here to have fun. I'm here to kind of get back in the swing of cross stitching, to embrace all the new stuff, to not overwhelm myself, and kind of, you know, see what everybody else is doing and let everybody else know what I'm doing. So if you would like that, please subscribe to my little channel. We'll have fun. Otherwise, I also do other stuff. I don't have a separate Flosstube channel as of yet. My other stuff is more makeup, some luxe stuff, lifestyle things, you know, mostly pertaining to those of us of a certain age. Anyway, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. I don't know if it still works for people anymore. And leave a comment. Let me know if you belong to any cross-stitch type clubs or subscription boxes, as I would call them. You know, let me know, because I'm always looking for stuff like that, because I like to rotate around. That's how you find out about things. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.